Scarface 2. Tony Montana lived and is now confined to a wheelchair.
You know, this world used to be mine. I ruled this world. I made this world for people like me. And you don't think I'm worth a damn? If I say it, it's so.
Now, with soulless eyes, with a lit cigarette in his mouth about to be expired, Tony grabs another smoke from his breast pocket and lights it with the finished cigarette and butts it on the armrest of his wheelchair.
I am all in. You are all going to die! You are all going to die!
He screams, red-faced and shaking, pointing an accusing finger.
You think you can do this to me? You think you could lock me up and throw away the key? You think you could torture me and call me a baby? Call me that son of a bitch? Ha! Fuck you! I am rich. I am fucking already money, bitch! I am the Batman of heart-sucking, saddle-broken, heartless, unborn, and death-eating, satanic, stupid, poor, fucking vicious animals!
He screams and adjusts his dead legs, lights another cigarette and inhales deeply, then exhales a glowing cone of fire, the smoke from which seems to hang over the audience like a dark cloud that one would normally associate with lung cancer. His chair moves in the tight confines of the room and makes his final comment.
I'm Scarface. I'm rich and immortal. Do you hear me? You? I am the fucking son of a fucking bat, Noggin, and I'm goddamn professor jealous of his crushed unborn son of a bitch.
And he drives his chair toward the middle of the room in a dramatic show of contempt and rage, and an equally dramatic demise. The dead guy and his creepy-looking zombie mate, Pied Piper, a close, dusky-skinned Mexican, have a dramatic and tragic end. He sits with his head hanging down and he lays his meaty hands on the head of the dead guy. He exhales, and the dead guy's bloody feet and legs, and what's left of his hide, from a beautiful sculpture that sits next to the window near the front door by the shattered looking mirror and the large umbrella. Pied Piper continues to talk.
He couldn't see what I've seen and felt and understood. It was too dark, so he went blind. But I never went blind. All I ever wanted was to tell him, say you loved me, Pied. I love you. You were the only thing I ever wanted and the only thing I ever needed. I loved him. He never knew. He never saw. All he did was laugh at me, hurt me, abuse me without knowing. And I finally did something about it. I finally showed him.
He starts talking again.
Laughing. He never liked me. Never wanted to be with me. Never wanted to touch me. Never wanted to hear me talk with him.
He says in a sudden flurry of passion and fury, head thudding to the side.
Only you. He never knew that you were the only thing that had ever had my heart. He never knew that you are the only thing that ever made me want to kill myself.
He stops, looks at his hands, with the rest of his head bowed. He then, almost robotic-like, reaches out with his blood-covered hands, shakes the dead guy's head and says,
Don't laugh now, Pied Piper.
And the dead guy doesn't, but he doesn't kill him either. He simply says,
Good night,
and he turns and leaves. So he stands and goes back to the light, back to the time of his past. They are gone, dead forever. Scarface 2, a poem by GP Does.